Of today's study is blood transfusion. So blood transfusion, before going to blood transfusion, you have to collect blood. So blood can be collected from a voluntary donor who are willing to donate blood, and they are in a blood bank. Usually all blood should be collected ideally from volunteers, or a forced donor. Forced donor means some of the relatives or friends of a patient is donating blood in order to give blood to the patient. So these are the forced donors. They can be also accepted. But there can be also professional donors who donate blood at the sake of money. This should be encouraged because they can transmit different diseases. Now, what are the criteria of a donor? A donor So, a donor must be aged between 18 to 60. His weight or her weight must be more than 45 kg. He or she should not donate blood within 3 months. Not suffering from any chronic debilitating disease. Healthy in appearance. The hemoglobin concentration should be at least more than 11 gram per cell. And if it is a lady, she should not be pregnant or within 1 year of birth. So these are the criteria that are very much stringent and must be applied over it. Now, how much amount of blood can be collected? 350 ml of blood can be collected. And in which anticoagulant the blood is kept? It is usually acid citrate dextrose or ACD. And with it, 2,3 diphosphogluconate is added in order to give nutrient. Now, what are the tests that will be done before giving the transfused blood, over the collected blood? You must do the hemoglobin, routine bloods, and also you must screen for infective disorders like hepatitis B, hepatitis C, malaria, etc. So screening test is an essential in safe hematological, safe blood banking. Okay. So what are the reactions that can occur as a result of blood transfusion? There can be non-immunological reactions, or that means there can be fever, pyrexia, and also there can be transmission of these infecting organisms, or there can be neurological manifestations like incompatible blood transfusion, like presence of preformed antiplatelet or anti-WBC antibodies. So these reactions and allergic reactions. So different types of reactions can occur with blood transfusion. So for blood transfusion, you have to collect blood cautiously, you have to keep it normally, and you have to also see the indications of blood transfusion, and then during transfusion you also must be cautious in order to prevent the complications. Thank you very much.